On behalf of BBTV News Desk, we would like to officially welcome you to middle school new students. My name is Carly.
And I'm Tysa. Today in news, you are going to sneak a peek at Buffett Bobcat territory. We know it might be hard to imagine, but we were once in elementary school too. So we've developed some helpful hints to make your transition to Buffett go more smoothly. In just a few short months, you will be considered one of our new Bobcat Cubs.
Bobcat Cubs, it's a nice ring to it, don't you think?
It certainly does.
Let's get started. When is your first day of middle school? I have a feeling you'll probably be pretty excited.
Speaking from experience, as August approaches, some of you may have mixed feelings about changing schools. On one hand, you might look forward to meeting new people, trying new classes, and getting involved in clubs and sports.
But even good changes cause stress. So along with the excitement, you might also have some nervousness, and that's okay too.
Our best advice is to attend the 2 transition activities we have planned for you this summer. We have Bobcat Camp at the beginning of the summer,
and our back to school night called Fall Orientation at the end of summer. That's where you'll pick up your class schedule, locate your classrooms, meet your teachers, and practice opening your locker.
You'll do other things too, like put money on your lunch account, purchase Bobcat shirts and sweatpants, order your activity card, and get your yearbook picture taken.
Here's a fun fact. It takes new students and their families about 6 weeks to get used to all new changes of starting a new school. So be patient. Having mixed feelings in your first month or so, that's completely normal.
Your peek inside middle school is just getting started. Next, let's learn what a typical day at Buffett looks like.
Hi new Bobcats, my name is Emma and this is Liz. We're about to give you a peek inside your first day in Bobcat territory.
Here's a tip for your first day of school. Don't forget to set your alarm clock because middle school starts earlier than the elementary school, like about an hour earlier, 7:40 to be exact. But an earlier start also means earlier dismissal time. Middle school officially gets out at 3:05.
So once you're at school, where do you go? Your drop-off and pickup location depends upon 2 things, how you get to school and what grade you are in.
Students that ride the bus are dropped off and picked up in the circular drive to the north side of the school. And guess what? We have a late bus just for riders that leave at 5.
For kids that walk to school or carpool, the procedure is based upon age. The 5th and 6th grade drop-off and pickup is the east entrance to the school.
The older students have their own separate entrance to the 7-8 side of the building, so families of the 7th and 8th graders drop off and pick up along the main street to the north called Larimore Avenue. We have a school resource officer who helps direct traffic and walks students across the street.
Adults are not in the building until after 7 a.m., so students usually arrive between 7:10 and 7:30. You are welcome to come right in, either visit with friends or go downstairs to the lower level. 5th and 6th graders socialize with their friends seated inside their team areas. 7th and 8th graders sit and talk in the gym bleachers.
Another morning option is to eat free breakfast in the cafeteria at 7:05. 5th and 6th graders sit on one side of the cafeteria, and 7th and 8th graders sit on the other side. 2 other options for your mornings are to bring a book and go to the library for some quiet reading time, or to go to the reading and writing center in the commons for some activities with friends.
Whatever morning option you choose is great. Just make sure you're here before 7:30 because you don't want to be late.
Next, let's turn it over to Evan and Francisco to learn all about lockers.
Welcome, Bobcats, to our segment on lockers. My name is Jonathan and this is Alyssa. We are going to give you a few helpful tips. All students are assigned to lockers in their team area. Basically, that's the area where most of your classes are, or your pod. Students are randomly assigned to a team by the computer. You should see the name of your team at the bottom of your schedule.
We have 2 areas of advice when it comes to lockers. One deals with locker organization, the other deals with just getting your locker open. Many new students are learning organizational skills, so try to keep your locker clean. If you purchase a locker shelf, get the wire kind that sits at the bottom of your locker. Many students divide their lockers up into sections. One for small items like sack lunches or school supplies, and one for books.
When you go to your locker at 7:30 every morning, empty your backpack completely and push it flat, hanging it on the back hook. Your coat should be hung from the side hook or folded on a shelf. This will prevent your locker from jamming. Stack your books like a library shelf so you can see what the subject of the book is. This makes it faster to grab during the 4 minutes of passing period.
As you can see, it doesn't take long to develop good organizational habits. For me personally, I think the biggest challenge was learning what direction to turn the lock on my locker.
You should always start at 0. Then you should turn the dial to the right or clockwise, 1 time around, and stop at the first number of the combination.
Then going left, you turn the dial twice around, meaning you have to pass the second number on your combination the first time around the stop when you see it the second time. That's the hard part.
Then turn right again and go directly to the last number and stop. Pull up on the lever and open the door. Fall orientation is a great time to practice.
For those of you who want to practice the right, left, right, once around, twice around, once around pattern over the summer, just go to the store and buy a combination lock. Then when you are sitting around bored, just practice opening it. Believe me, practicing will help you feel more confident when you try this on your locker for the first time.
After you put away your coat and backpack at 7:30 each morning, it's time to go to your first class. In our next segment, you will learn how to read your class schedule.
Get excited. It's time to talk about your classes in middle school. My name is Briar and this is Abby. At Buffett we have block scheduling. Students take a total of 9 classes, but they are divided over 2 days. You will go to 4 of your classes on one day and the other 5 classes the next day. It's awesome because every night you have homework and only 4 subjects. Plus you have more time for labs and group work.
To stay organized, we have something called A days and B days. Each day it is posted whether you go to your A day classes or to your B day classes. It is a good idea to also write the words A day and B day at the top of each day in your planner or daily organizer. The first day of school is always an A day.
Let's see an example of what your class schedule might look like next year. See, on A days, students attend only the classes under the A day heading on the left side of your schedule.
Then, when students arrive the next day, they attend only their B day classes on the right side of the schedule.
Every day, students attend homeroom, also known as BOBCAT Den.
3 of your 4 classes will be your core subjects, similar to the subjects you studied in elementary school. Most of these classes are located close to your locker in one little area of the building called the team area or pod. Team areas are like having several little schools inside a big school. Buffett doesn't seem so big when there are team areas, about 130 students all in the same grade level. Team classes include
Science, social studies,
math, reading,
and language arts. Every day you will have one class outside of your team area. This will be your cooperative arts or magnet class. You are probably used to calling them specials. Physical education meets every other day. 7th and 8th graders bring their own shorts, t-shirts, deodorant, and tennis shoes from home. 5th and 6th graders don't have to change their clothes for PE, but make sure you have something comfortable to exercise in.
The days you take PE for half of the block, you will also have music. There are 4 different music classes to select from: general music, chorus, band, and strings.
On the days you do not have PE and music, you will take a quarter class, like art, tech and living, computer applications, or speech.
When you get to 7th and 8th grade, the speech class is substituted with a health class called Human Growth and Development.
Buffett's magnet theme is communications and electronic media, so students get to try even more magnet classes in 7th and 8th grade.
7th and 8th graders can take broadcasting, journalism, digital media, or interactive design. One amazing thing about being at a magnet school is that we can offer classes that no other middle school in the area has. You truly get a unique experience at Buffett.
Throughout the day, you will have 4-minute passing periods. With music playing in the halls, 4 minutes may not sound like a lot of time, but remember, 3 of your 4 classes are close by when you are in your team area. If you get nervous about getting lost or being late, you'll be relieved to know that staff members are in the halls to help you find your way around. They can even help you open up your locker if you're having trouble.
That pretty much covers the bulk of your day, except one final segment, lunch. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss lunch.
Hey new Bobcats, I'm Shahana and this is Leah for BBTV News. It's time to talk about one of our favorite parts of the day.
Lunch! Lunch is a great time to relax and meet students from other elementary schools. The first few days of school, smile and introduce yourself to the students sitting nearby. You'll be talking like old friends in no time.
Your 30-minute lunch is somewhere between 10:35 and 12:50. All of the kids in the same grade eat close to the same time. Your 5th or 6th block teacher will take you down to the cafeteria and pick you back up. He or she will also show you what tables your class will be assigned to sit at.
You guys will love the food in middle school. You have 2 main courses to select from. Or you can always have a sandwich made from the deli line or pick up a salad.
At Buffett, you can also pay extra money to include snacks with your meal like cookies, chips, popcorn, fruit roll-ups, or brownies.
Your lunch account works a lot like it does now. Every month, your parent or guardian sends a check to school or deposits money online to your lunch account. When your account gets low, you can take a little reminder note home to help remind you to deposit more money on your account.
When you get to the end of the lunch line, you will just push in your student ID number and the money is deducted from your lunch account. The more snacks you buy, the faster you use up your money, so be careful. Parents can limit your lunch account to no snacks.
To me, lunchtime means social time. One of my favorite things coming to middle school was being able to make new friends. Did you know that kids from all over the city come to Buffett every year because we are a magnet school?
Your social life will definitely get a fresh start next year. Our most important advice to new students is to remember everyone is new. Everyone is in the same boat and someone has to make the first move. When you see someone you want to meet, just remember to have good eye contact, smile, and say hello.
I remember when I started middle school, I tried to make a point and say hello to someone new every day. Everyone is so nervous, so just be yourself and you'll do great.
An easy way to make new friends is to get involved in an activity. I mean, just look at some of the clubs Buffett has to offer.
In the sports, whether you play sports or just like to watch them, Bobcats are awesome.
There you have it, your first glimpse inside Buffett Middle School. We hope our newscast has provided some guidance for your first days as a Bobcat. We appreciate you visiting our newsrooms today and hope to see you again soon. For the BBTV News Team, I'm Shahana.
And I'm Leah. Thanks for watching.